Hello friends, I am Bodhendra Kumar and I welcome you to this audio video lecture on an introduction to ethics. First thing which comes to our mind is about its definition, and to be very precise, it's really difficult to give any definition which can explain the phenomena or the concept of ethics in totality. But uh, but for our convenience, we can still draft a definition for ethics. And if you see, ethics is a branch of philosophy which deals with the rightness and the wrongness, or goodness and the badness of human action. Basically, in ethics, we give judgments about human actions. What kind of judgments? The judgment of an action to be right or wrong, or an action to be good or bad. Now, after reading this definition, few points pop up into our mind. And first thing first, we shall look into those points, means we shall look into or investigate into those issues to understand the concept of ethics better. See, what are the points which are coming out of this definition is why ethics is a branch of philosophy. You see, in our definition, we read ethics is a branch of philosophy in which human actions are judged. Now, you see, human actions, the study of human actions is done in sociology also. In history also, human actions are studied. In psychology, we read about human actions. Then why it is being taught in philosophy department, and why it is a branch of philosophy? It is a relevant question which should pop up into a student scholar's mind. Moving ahead, if we see, next thing, what is the difference between right and good, wrong and bad? I don't know whether you noticed it or not, but you should have, a right scholar should have already pointed it out into the definition, why it has been written right and good separately, why it is written wrong and bad separately. There has to be some difference. There has to be some difference between wrong and bad. Yes, it is, and that is the way we are going to understand the concept of ethics. What is the basic difference between right and good, or wrong or bad? Moving ahead, another point which pops out of the definition is why only human actions are judged. For example, if we see the impact of human actions, um, impact of human action is evident not only by the actions of human being, but by the actions of this nature also, the forces of nature, and the actions of animals also. Say it is in skies, or in water, or on land, or on trees, wherever these animals live, their actions also impact human beings. Their actions impact the society directly or indirectly. In the same way, the actions of nature, means all phenomena of nature, they also impact human beings and the society. Then why only the actions of human beings are judged? So it is a relevant question again. Then we will see how far is the subjective element relevant in ethical judgment. This is again not directly related to the definition, but still this is a relevant question. Um, Is there any subjective element in ethical judgment or not? Or is there any absolute ethics? So, my dear friends, what I want to say is these are the important points which we will be discussing in our class, and we will be trying to understand the phenomena of ethics, ethical judgment, and the concept of ethics. So, what are the points we'll be discussing? Branch of philosophy, why ethics is a branch of philosophy, what is the difference between right and good, wrong or bad, why only human actions are the object of ethical judgment, and how far is their subjective element relevant in ethical judgment. So these are the points we'll be discussing, and eventually this will give us clarity about the concept. So to understand it, you have to follow this series of lecture, and I hope uh, you'll be pondering over these questions, and next time when we will meet, we will discuss these points. By the time this is your assignment, try to contemplate over these questions, because see, in this era information is just a touch or a click away. Okay, but we need to develop the faculty which can think. That is the peculiar thing of philosophy. If a philosophy student is not thinking, then he is not doing philosophy. It cannot be spoon feeding in this subject. So you have to think about these points, and we will meet again. Thank you.